Hello, I'm Laia and welcome to my channel. This is where I learn Spanish and document my journey. So if you've watched any of my videos before, and even if you haven't, I have always said that I do not play language games and that I don't want to play language games, and there are quite a few reasons for that. So just a little bit of a backstory. I used to play on Duolingo. So that was the main thing I used to do a few years back, actually. It was quite a long time ago. This was before I started language learning lessons, and I honestly thought Duolingo was the answer to learning a language. Turns out, for me personally, it wasn't, and it could be for you, but for me, I just didn't learn the language using the app. I also tried quite a few different language learning apps and games, and they just didn't help me, they didn't work, and what eventually made that I could learn the language was language learning lessons. And I've made a whole video about the benefits of language learning if you want to check that out. But now we come to today, and I have decided that I want to use language learning apps. Again, I want to give it a try. So the reason I want to try language learning apps again is because I want something on top of my lessons, on top of my learning, something that I can do very easily in my free time. So currently when I learn a language, it is mostly at my desk. I'm at my computer, I'm at my desk, I'm with my books, I'm making notes, I'm writing things down, and that is how I study the language. I also watch YouTube videos to get some audio input. But I want to do something where I can actively practice my language, but in bed, basically. So I want to be able to relax and do some language learning while relaxing and not always have to be sitting at my desk to learn. And I think it will be really helpful, especially to memorize things like verbs, especially, and just to generally get some extra practice. So I'm going to show you which language learning games I have and which ones I'm going to try out. And then in a few days or weeks, I will report back on which apps I like the most and use the most. So this is my iPad, and I have a whole spread dedicated to language learning apps, and I'll go through them and tell you why I want to use each one. Oop, and Lucy opened Wattpad for us. Let's close that. So Wattpad and Webtoon are not language learning apps, but they are story apps. And I have heard many people say that they really like to learn languages using those apps because they can read stories in other languages and learn the language in a fun way by reading stories. Then the next one I have is Link, and I have tried it, but when I did try it, I wasn't the biggest fan, mostly because the best features are paid features, and I only want free apps. Then we have Closemaster and Forge, which are apparently games, and they are quite fun, so I really want to try those. I also have Conjugato, which is an app dedicated to conjugation, which will be really cool and probably very helpful. Then I have Mondly, and to be honest, I don't really know what that is quite yet, but a lot of people have said they use it, so I want to check it out. Then Memrise, which I think everyone knows, and I have not checked it out yet, so I really want to. Then Bluebird I have used, and it's really nice, but once again, most of the best features are paid features. And the classic Duolingo, which I'm not quite sure if I will use. Maybe I'll try it again, but I'm not quite sure if I will use it. Then Reverso Context, which I think is a little bit like a dictionary, and I will check that out as well and see what I think about it. So those are the apps I'm going to be trying out. I definitely will not be using all of them, because that's quite a lot, so I'm going to try them and then choose my favorites and see which ones I want to use. So stay tuned to see which ones I like. And if you are wondering, the cityscape is a picture of Dubai, and I actually did take this picture myself. So that is the view that I saw, and I took that picture of Dubai myself, and I really, really love it. It's such a beautiful city. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, if you use any of these apps or any other app and you really like it and you find it really helpful, please leave it in the comments so that I can check it out and other people can check it out. And do let me know what your favorite language learning app is and why you find it helpful. So from me and Lucy, goodbye, and we will see you next time.